Hello! Here we are on the Arabian map once again, bringing you a pro matchup today between the Viper and DauT. The Viper, the beastly Viper, well known in the Age of Empires community for being such an all-rounded and well-respected, powerful player. He is playing today as Mayans in yellow to the north of the map. Now down to the southeast we've got DauT in blue, also playing as Mayans, and this is quite a good matchup because we're currently in the run-up to the $5,000, $5,000, you heard right, game between DauT and Jordan. Well, it's not actually a game, it's a best of 21 series, but DauT is currently in training at the moment, and he is playing the Viper today, as we know, one of the best players out there, again, in the Age of Empires community. Now, I want to show you this game because it really does show the power of these players and the speed at which they work, and really it's just an all-rounder great game. It's not too long either, so I'm not going to be here all night because it's getting late and I don't want to be up until early hours in the morning finishing this off. Now, best of 21 between DauT and Jordan, $5,000 up for grabs. Let's see what DauT can do today to prove to us that he has got what it takes to win this best of 21 series. Now, there's no confirmed dates at the moment for when this series is going to be, but it is going to be in the near future. And in the run up to this, I don't even know whether to call it a competition. I would call it a competition. This competition for the top spot. In the run up for that, I'm going to be bringing you games between DauT and Jordan. Now, for obvious reasons, these guys haven't been playing together, even though they are both in Team Tyrant. In fact, the Viper 2 is currently in Team Tyrant, and Team Tyrant is boasting a large number of 2K players. In fact, the average rating for Team Tyrant right now is a whopping 2.5K, and that just really does show what Team Tyrant is capable of at the moment, and the great players that Team Tyrant has on the field. As we can see then, DauT is getting some earlier scouting around the Viper. These Eagle Warriors are absolutely great because they do have an increased line of sight. And of course, because we're spectating Mayans today, we can expect to see earlier pressure coming on because the Mayans, as you probably well know, have a 15% longer, their resources last 15% longer. That's really important because it does mean that they can get resources faster, and they are going to be looking at early attacks, which is of course what we love to see because we love to see action here on Zeroempires' channel. Oh, talking about myself in third person. Aren't I clever? Anyway, DauT on with the scouting, and Viper is probably doing the same right now. He is indeed scouting round the back of DauT's base, looking for his wood camp. As we know, wood camps are usually very exposed on the Arabian map. They are far away from the town centre, and that is obviously not something that you want to get harassed too easily. So finding your opponent's wood, harassing it, good way to get an advantage in this game. Here we go now. So DauT heading up towards the Viper's base with a small army of militia there, and this is obviously some kind of drush that he is attempting to go with. This wolf somehow turning against him, though, wasn't too happy to see his militia, and DauT is just stood there in the center of the map, not doing a great deal. He is, however, moving out, and he's going to try and do what harassment he can to the Viper. Bear in mind now that DauT is still in the Dark Age, and if we actually look, he's only just advanced up to Feudal. Back at Viper's base, we've got 2 archery ranges on the way, and DauT is obviously scouting this now. He can now expect to see something from DauT in the way of Feudal Age units. We're expecting to see archers or skirmishers. What DauT decides to go with is really dependent on what the Viper decides to go with first. Obviously, DauT isn't into the Feudal Age yet. It's going to be a little while before he gets his own archery ranges or stables, sorry, not stables, his own archery ranges out. I forgot for a second, we were spectating Mayans. Mayans, of course, do not have horses. They are not a horse civilization at all. Viper also going up with a blacksmith there, and he looks to be gaining a nice little lead here. His score does indicate the same as well, and as you can see, getting ready with a warlock there because he does not want DauT getting into his base. and harassing his wood. DauT is obviously going to try and take out this wall though, and he's managed to do so, getting in there, but DauT is going to be faced with archers from Viper. So DauT knows that Viper is going archers. What is DauT going to do? Now you see 2 archers there, and you know that the follow-up from that is probably going to be more archers. Let's see what Viper is actually producing. Indeed, he is producing archers. Now, reading the game is so important, as you probably can imagine. You see your opponent going archers, the logical thing to do is to go skirmishers or scout cavalry, depending on what civilization you are. Obviously here we haven't got the option of scout cavalry for DauT, as just said, no horses. So advanced up to the feudal age right now, and we can expect to see DauT get some skirmishes out now to combat the fact that Viper even is going archer. Now it's not unusual to see these guys mixing it up a bit, going with a bit of archer, a bit of skirmisher, to really create a stronger combination. Viper not researching anything at the blacksmith right now. He's already got that has completely slipped my mind. He's already got fletching. That is the one I was looking for. Wow, I almost said bodkin arrow and then thought it's not bodkin arrow, is it? It's fletching. He's already got fletching, giving him +1 attack, +1 range, now making these archers very lethal if they do get into range of villagers. Of course, DauT is going to want to protect this wood over here, as archers getting into the back of the wood, picking off villagers is not a nice story. So DauT is getting his own blacksmith up, and let's see what the first technology he researches from there. Likely to be fletching as well. Also going up with a palisade here, and we can expect to see DauT walling off here in anticipation of the Viper's attack. Now, whether the Viper actually does come in that fast, I don't know. He looks like he's setting a rally point over here, and he's collecting some archers together to make some kind of move. We'll have to see. DauT still not getting any researchers at the blacksmith just yet. Does he have any units on the map, so to speak of? Yes, and he has indeed gone with the skirmishers. Skirmishers, as we know, are effective against archers. They do have pierce armor, 3 pierce armor in fact, so that reduces the archer's attack onto a skirmisher right down from 5 there all the way down to 2, making skirmishers a very, very good anti-archer unit. As we can see though, Viper getting in, closing in, and DauT just closing the gap. Good timing from him. Just going to get this up just before those archers come in, retreating away just in time. And DauT's going straight up to the castle age here. Very, very quick time indeed. Just under 15 minutes to advance. Not to mention the fact he's already built 2 archery ranges, and he is getting skirmishers on the way. Viper then, what is he doing? Let's have a look. He is also still producing archers, and these archers, they're going to be effective at taking out villagers, that's for sure, but let's hope they don't get caught too short of these skirmishers over here. There they are. So it's interesting the fact that DauT has actually gone into the castle age, or he's advancing up to the castle age very early. Now these skirmishers are going to be able to repel any archers that are coming in at a very, very good rate. Now obviously Viper pumping out these archers, he needs to start using them, and DauT has very cleverly read the game here and gone for skirmishers himself. So pretty exciting stuff to see where this is going to go. It looks like Viper's going to have a bit of trouble actually. If DauT gets out a large amount of skirmishers, there's pretty much nothing his archers are going to do, especially well, even when he gets to the castle age and finally gets up to the crossbowmen. Now, I'm interested to see why Viper isn't really advancing yet. He's where's his gold? Yeah, he's got quite a few villagers on gold, and if we compare that to DauT over here, he's not got quite as well, he's got more than DauT, that is for sure. DauT is still pumping out the skirmishers, as we can see, and this is good because he's clearly anticipated what the Viper is doing, and the Viper is sending a large force of archers his way. DauT, though, into the castle age, 17.5 minutes into the game, and elite skirmisher upgrade being researched right there. If we also have a look, he's got the fletching research, and bodkin arrow is on the way, which does mean that he's going to get a +2 range and a +2 attack onto these skirmishers, which is really going to give him an advantage against Viper's army of archers here. These archers though are closing in, and DauT needs to be wary of his villagers here. He doesn't want to get them too close to these archers, and he wants to keep them safe. This lumber camp is quite exposed if the villagers are close to the edge. So DauT moving in, he's now got his +2 on the skirmishers. The bodkin arrow has been researched, and look at this. He's getting right in there, and it looks like he's found a way round. And oh gosh, okay, the Viper has left a gaping hole in his defense. His wall is rendered useless. He's completely forgotten to wall this bit, and DauT is straight into his base, picking off 2 or 3 villagers at a time, and now DauT is looking to be in a nice situation. The Viper is going to be hard-pressed to respond to this, because look at this, his archers are way across the map, and DauT is forced the whole of the Viper's base pretty much to be garrisoned inside a town centre. Viper is now going to be forced to collect wood from over here, but look at this, his gold is completely left exposed, and DauT is going to be able to harass that as well as everything else that heads his way. Look at this, villagers being picked off. There we go. And the Viper now with a pretty much useless army of archers against DauT's elite skirmishers. And you may have seen in a previous video, DauT has got a thing for skirmishers. You may have seen that time when he just went skirmishers the whole game. Well, it looks like this is going to be another one of those games, and the Viper is going to be very, very hard pressed to do anything with these archers right now. Even though his archers are outnumbering these skirmishers massively, actually, he has a lot more archers. That is a hell of a lot, almost over double actually. The Viper is going to be hard pressed to do anything because skirmishers are resilient, and of course now with the bonus armor upgrade, it looks like DauT is going to be in a nice position, and the Viper is going to be hard pressed to come back from this now. His economy has been severely harassed, and more elite skirmishers on the way. Viper looking to advance to the Castle Age, I bet. I can't imagine he would be doing anything else right now. He needs to get up to 800 food to advance and make his army actually worth something. Looks like DauT is just chilling in his base, not having to worry about any harassment at all, and still pumping out these skirmishers. More skirmishers coming over, and looks to me like DauT has got a very, very nice position here. This town centre's constantly garrisoned village inside, and as you can see, not a lot of villagers left for Viper, especially due to the fact that half of them aren't even gathering resources that are going to be helpful to him right now. So what is the Viper doing? He's just built a market, or he's building a market. Looks like he's going to try and sell off some of that wood perhaps to get some more food, but regardless of the fact, DauT is just picking off villagers left, right, and center here, and Viper is looks to me like the Viper is struggling. Unfortunately for him, Viper building a watchtower, but DauT moving over, and of course we know that elite skirmishers are resilient to arrow fire. A watchtower is not going to do that much damage to these things, especially if they get close to the base and are, protected from the fact that the watchtower can't fire into its base yet. More elite skirmishers coming in, and where is the Viper's army gone? Let's see. I can't even see. It looks like we've missed that, actually. The Viper's army down here, getting decimated by the looks of it. In fact, no, he is still alive and kicking, and DauT is trying to go for a proxy town centre here. Of course, this town centre very close to his main, and this town centre is going to allow him to get more villagers out, really push his economic advantage right now. And the Viper is coming in with some harassment, but these archers are still pretty much useless. Bear in mind that DauT has got so much more harassment going on up here, and the Viper's base is just being constantly harassed. Doesn't look to me like the Viper's going to be able to do enough damage here, and I just realised the scores were frozen there, but as you can see, the DauT is in the lead. Very clearly in the lead. 53 population, right down to 44. And if DauT can take out these archers, it's pretty much GG for the Viper. There's not a lot that the Viper's going to be able to do if his archers do get taken out. And he may as well make the most of them while he's got them to try and take out as many villagers as he can. Killing off 1 or 2 here. There's 1, maybe 2, but it's kind of too late. There we go, and the Viper's giving it up here. GG for him, and as you can see, he's just not able to get out of his town centres or anything there. DauT piling the pressure on and making sure that the Viper cannot escape. So as you can see then, a great game from DauT actually, anticipating what the Viper was going to do, and in return, winning the game pretty much. Viper was very hard pressed there at the end to really get his villagers and his economy, well, keep his economy alive. His he was losing a lot of villagers left, right, and centre from these skirmishes, and of course not being able to do enough damage in return. Stuck in the feudal age right up to the 23-minute mark, and DauT with an extremely fast castle for this map. So I've got to thank you very much for watching. I've been Zach, and I'll see you next time.